October 16, 2024, declaration invoking emergency procurement procedure.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and properly second. I know yesterday we had a pretty in-depth conversation about 16 and 17. Are there any more questions or comments about this item?
Mr. President, I have a comment.
Yes, sir.
I just want to thank the staff and everyone involved for their mentality of sticking to it. You know, they could have given up and changing this and changing that, this problem, that problem. They're making sure that we're going to get Thalia Hall, what we call over the years the city auditorium, back up and running again. And that's what it takes. It takes someone committed to say, we're not going to let these roadblocks stop us. And as they come to a roadblock, they remove the roadblock and keep heading straight ahead, as Joe Beaumont used to say, because we need the city auditorium. We need Thalia Hall because a lot of people depend on it for a lot of different things. Mr. Mayor, thank you for getting in there, letting them know that you're going to support it, whatever it's going to take to get it open right. We're going to get it done through this city council because we're going to vote for whatever comes before us in a favorable manner to make sure that the citizens in this area, because they come outside of Jackson also, to support Thalia Hall. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Any more questions or comments? All right, all in favor? 7-0. Thank you. Item 17.
Order ratifying procurement of construction repairs and services and authorizing payment to MCI Construction for work at Thalia Hall pursuant to the October 16, 2024 declaration invoking emergency procurement procedure.
So moved.
Second. It's been moved and properly second. Any questions or comments by item 17? Hearing none, all in favor? 7-0. Thank you. Item 18.
Order authorizing mayor to execute an agreement between Capital City Convention Center Commission and the Jackson Convention Visitors Bureau for the management of Thalia Hall.
So moved.
Second. It's been moved and properly second. Any questions or comments about this item? Mr. Foote?
Thank you, Mr. President. Like everybody else, I want Thalia Hall fixed and operational and successful for the city. But I have concerns about the organizational structure and the way this, as I understand it, is laid out. And it strikes me that my concern is whether we have a clear line of authority that where there'll be accountability for all the parties and make sure that we can hold people accountable and then know who to go to when things aren't working as we'd like them to work. And so I just have concerns about this and the organizational structure that ends up with the combinations. Nothing personal against the different people, Mr. Thigpen or anybody else. I just have a problem with the organizational setup. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor?
Thank you, Mr. President, and to Councilman Foote. I appreciate your concerns about that, but this is going to, in fact, help with the operations of Thalia Hall. The Department of Human and Cultural Services will remain the department within the city that is in charge of Thalia Hall, but this is sort of like the establishment of a private provider. In this case, it's actually a quasi-city entity in the Jackson Convention Center. They will be responsible for the operations and maintenance and upkeep of Thalia Hall. That's number one. Visit Jackson will be responsible for the marketing and promotion of Thalia Hall. That's number two, and that's it. They are, the one arm is going to market and operate. In fact, just last week, the Visit Jackson personnel were at some functions where they actually did bookings for Thalia Hall in the upcoming year in 2026. As it relates to the convention center, Ricky Thigpen, of course, operates Visit Jackson. Cherie Miller has done a marvelous job with the Jackson Convention Center. When she took over, we were having a $2 to $2.5 million deficit at the convention center. That deficit is down to $55,000 now. And so she's demonstrated that she has the capability of running an operation and doing so efficiently and with great depth of experience. We want her to bring that same capability to Thalia Mara Hall. We've been operating Thalia Mara Hall from the city's perspective, and we've not done a very good job with it. But both of these entities have already, on the faith that we would put this agreement together, have already been working. Cherie Miller has been working with the various crews and companies that have to be put in place to deal with the remaining asbestos that's there, the remaining installation of the fire curtain. The item 16 is about the fire curtain. Item 17 is about the asbestos removal. We're working on the renovation of bathrooms, there was a plumbing issue that's being addressed. All that's being done by Human and Cultural Services on advice of the Jackson Convention Center under the direction of Ms. Miller. So we've got to have somebody who knows what they're doing over there. And Human and Cultural Services, and not to belittle the current leadership, because we all inherited this. We came into this, and we're just trying to fix a bad situation. And fixing that bad situation, in our view, involves getting the Jackson Convention Center involved, and its leadership involved, and getting Visit Jackson involved. And both are bringing their level of expertise to it, and I think it's going to be a good thing. I think we're going to make money. I think we're going to have more events, and we're going to operate that facility as best we know how. But let me just say, we're just trying to get to operation by the first of the year. There's still some things that we got to do with Thalia Mara to really make it pop, make it sizzle going forward, and we expect that we'll be able to attract the resources to do that. But right now, we're just trying to get the facility to the point where it can operate successfully.
Mr. President.
Mr. Stokes?
Thank you. Mr. President, members of this body, on page 4 of the agreement, we deal with early termination and events of default on page 5. So it looked like the contract was written in a positive manner that if things don't work out, we can get out of it.
Right, and again, Councilman, we're dealing with entities that are owned by the city of Jackson. Visit Jackson is an entity of the city of Jackson. The convention center is an entity of the city of Jackson. And Thalia Mara Hall, of course, is an entity of the city of Jackson. If it would please the council, we have Mr. Thigpen here to make comments, and also Ms. Miller. If the council wants to dive a little deeper in this, we can do so.
Actually, that's why I beckon for them to come to the podium, because Councilman Hartley wants to hear from Dr. Thigpen and Ms. Miller.
Can I finish?
Yes, sir. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, I can wait now.
Go forward. Go forward.
What I was saying is, with the way the contract is written in such a manner that the authority still seem to rest within the hands of the city through the mayor and Human and Cultural Services. They're the top dogs in the organization of CHOP, and that if we have any problems that people call us as council members and everything else, we can call Human and Cultural Services first if we don't want to reach out to them, and then the mayor, and then if we need to terminate, we can bring that back. But I think it sounds like what they're doing and what Councilman Foote is saying, that we don't want to give away a city's prized joy, and we have a hands-off approach with it. We want to make sure that it's still ours, because a lot of times when people get into bed with the city, they think it's theirs, and they leave us out like a Golden Key. They say that's theirs, and we say no, it's the city. So I think we got some good people involved who can make sure we can get open. I know that's what the mayor keeps saying over and over again. Let's get this open so people can see that it's going to be reality again, and that we can modify anything we need to do as we go along.
Well, Councilman Stokes, as it relates to the opening, we're very, very close. We've got to do a deep cleanse of Thalia. We've got to get the asbestos work done, and then following that, the deep cleanse, and hang that asbestos the fire curtain. And then there are just some cosmetic things that we plan to do, pressure washing the building. The fountain is, and we'll see in a couple of days, the restoration of our fountain. So we're very close on getting it operational. The city attorney's office and the attorneys for the Jackson Convention Center, that includes former Councilman Melvin Priester and Charlene Priester, who are partners in the Priester Law Firm, have done a good job with the city attorney of crafting an agreement that everybody can live with. But yes, we have means to get out of the contract if we deem that it's necessary to do so.
Thank you.
I haven't taken a contract law class since Janice Goree taught me 30 years ago, but I have no issues with this agreement. These are the experts, and as the mayor stated, they've been able to pull the convention center out of the red. So I have a lot of confidence in this team. This is a very dynamic team, and I'm really excited about what's to come, because even this Friday, folks got to go to Brandon just to see
Charlie Wilson.
Yeah, exactly. Charlie need to be packing out Thalia Hall. So I'm really excited about it. And so again, I have no reservations. Ms. Clay?
I have no reservations about it, and I'm happy to see that the contract now addresses the expenses, et cetera, and how we'll handle that if we have any shortfall. So I'm happy with the contract and think it's a good contract.
Okay. Mr. Harley, I think you have some questions. Dr. Thigpen, Ms. Miller, if y'all could respond, please.
Actually, I look forward to supporting this. But I wanted to hear just an outline of how you're going to work your magic. I mean, you do a lot over there at Visit Jackson. We certainly appreciate that. So any plans going forward?
Thank you, Councilman. Thank you, Councilman. Ricky Thigpen, President and CEO of Visit Jackson. There is no magic. There is just what we have to do in Jackson, and what we are really excited about is something we call the Visit Jackson Collective Ambition. Working with the mayor, working with the council, the amazing expertise at the Jackson Convention Complex, and the really award-winning team I had at Visit Jackson. We're going to make sure that nobody is confused about Thalia Hall, and we understand that we have a jewel. We host the International Ballet Competition, not because hook or crook, it's because the United States Congress says that's the only place in North America it can be held. And that's something that we value very dearly at Visit Jackson for Jackson, Mississippi. And as we begin, and while the ink on the contract is not dry, Ms. Miller and I have begun working to secure not only new business for Thalia Hall, but also meeting with those legacy stakeholders that have traditionally used the building. And I'll be perfectly honest with you and transparent. 6 months ago, they said that we'll never come back. And now they're saying we're ready to come back. They booked things for 2026. So we're really excited about it. You're going to be very pleased. And we're all one big family, because Visit Jackson can't be successful without the City of Jackson. And the City of Jackson also can't be successful without the Jackson Convention Complex. So we are one family working together, and we're just going to make it happen. And you'll be very pleased.
Mr. President, Mr. Mayor, members of the council, I just want to make mention that I think it was this past Friday. This past Friday, I had the occasion to visit Vicksburg, where the annual conference of the Mississippi Tourism Association was held. Visit Jackson came away with 4 awards.
There you go.
And the top award, Convention and Visitor Bureau of the state, went to Visit Jackson.
All right.
So that, I think they deserve a round of applause.
Mr. Harley?
Can you introduce folks in your staff?
Cherie Miller, General Manager of the Jackson Convention Complex. I think you all know Mike Williams. He's with the city. Caleb Adams is my aggressive sales manager who will be selling Thalia Hall for us, which he has contracted 2 events. one on January 26th. Young Jeezy is going to be the first grand
Okay.
opening for Diamond Hall. So it is definitely a must that it opens up on January 1st.
I need to be on the front row of that.
Ricky said it all. I have nothing further to say. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so much.
All right. Any more questions or comments about this this item? All right. All the yams are there now. All in favor? Opposed? 6-1. Thank you. And Mayor, that fountain is a really big part of this, so I'm glad you mentioned that. I know a couple of years ago we talked about that fountain, and we were told that it was too expensive to even try to fix. And so I remember as a child coming downtown, going to the Nutcracker with my folks and all these other shows, that fountain was a big piece. And I would really like to see the fountain in front of City Hall working again too. So I really, really appreciate that.
Now, that is an expensive piece.
It is, it is. But we got to
Thalia
get it.
Mara Sprout is coming back very soon.
Thank you, sir. All right, item 19.